Looking west and waving goodbye to a wet and gloomy Monday and the end of summer here on this first day of fall.
But the closer we get to sunset and the more things start to clear up, the big question now, will things stay that way?
Hello, thank you for joining us here. I'm Rolly Hoyt alongside Faith Woodard and Chief Meteorologist Tom Brannon.
Good evening. Tom, you've issued a weather impact alert, and I didn't know the change in season was going to change our weather so quickly.
Well, yeah, think about it. This morning, our last weather impact alert with Tracy Bean for the summertime. And then tomorrow, we've got an impact alert for Tuesday afternoon through Wednesday. Here's the timing of this. And this is for the potential for some strong thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms. Not a widespread severe weather outbreak, but enough to give cause for concern for tomorrow afternoon. 1 o'clock Tuesday to 10 o'clock on Wednesday. Strong to severe storms, damaging wind, hail, a possible tornado, all modes of severe weather. But it's going to be isolated to scattered in nature. Hey, make sure you stay informed and you review your severe weather plan. As always, if you download THV 11 Plus app, you can stream with Nathan and I or the gang here whenever we have severe weather in the forecast. Here's what's happening. Tomorrow, all of the area in yellow is under a slight risk of severe weather. It does include Little Rock, Fayetteville, Mena, down to Texarkana for 1 or 2 thunderstorms. I'll walk you through that timing here in a moment, but outside right now, Rolly's right. A lot of the activity has died out, but is expected to refire tomorrow into tomorrow afternoon. I'll have the timing here in just a few minutes.
All right, Tom, thanks. Tonight, North Little Rock Police Officer Tommy Norman says he's retiring after 27 years on the force. It comes a week after going on administrative leave in wake of a recent arrest for domestic assault.
He announced the decision today on social media, saying he is grateful for the chance to serve and plans to continue helping the community in a different role. He's due in court on October 7th.
Tonight at the nation's capital, President Trump saying there's a link between the use of the popular over-the-counter pain medicine Tylenol and the development of autism during pregnancy.
However, most medical experts say there isn't any evidence to support that claim, but the White House points to acetaminophen as the active ingredient in Tylenol, as well as a type of folic acid-derived drug for extra scrutiny. Both are being studied for a small group of children with autism. Experts stress that acetaminophen is generally safe during pregnancy, and Tylenol's makers strongly reject any connection.
So tonight we reached out to experts here in this state to try and better understand their take on this announcement.
THV 11's Maya Ellison spoke to one doctor and a mom and asked the question, can medicine actually play a role in causing autism?
On Monday, President Donald Trump addressed claims about a link between autism and the use of acetaminophen, like Tylenol, during pregnancy. We at THV 11 took these claims to the experts.
The thing I know is that there is no connection between any pain medication and autism.
That's Dr. Sabine Falls, a clinical psychologist at Pediatrics Plus. For 30 years, she's assessed autism and explains that there's no single known cause.
How do you typically answer a parent who says, what is the cause for my child's autism? What would you say?
In general, we really don't know. So we know with autism that there are certain factors that increase the likelihood, one of which being that it runs in families.
According to the Center for Disease Control, autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, is a developmental disability. And in 2022, a study showed autism was identified in about 3% of 8-year-olds in Arkansas.
So some children are more severely autistic and some children are mild. And so that's why we talk about a spectrum. It's not like a box where you are either in or not.
Parents like Nicole Patterson understand that variety. Her 5-year-old son was diagnosed with autism. She says he shows different signs than other children.
He wasn't talking as much as he should. And he does this thing, like a sensory thing. He'll walk on his tiptoes. There's not, just a broadline book for us to read. And, all of them are different. All the kids are different.
Patterson says doctors prescribe other medications during her pregnancies, not Tylenol. But she admits reports of a link still make her worried.
I've never believed that it was caused by vaccines or medications. No, it kind of makes me feel like I'm being blamed a little bit. Like, okay, well, you took this while you were pregnant. And so now this is the cause of it. This is what happened. And but that's what I was told to take.
In Little Rock, Maya Ellison, THV 11 News.
Dr. Falls says while research continues, the priority should be giving families the resources they need. Meanwhile, Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin is adding another school to his One Pill Can Kill campaign, as tomorrow he is set to launch the initiative at UAPB. It's a statewide campaign that the Attorney General kicked off at the U of A in 2023 that aims to educate students about the dangers of opioids and provide resources that could save lives. Just 2 weeks ago, the campaign was also launched at UALR.
And while the AG prepares for that, he also finds himself accused of ethics violations in a complaint filed in the last week. Bloggers from the website ArcLedge Bill Tracker allege Griffin misused campaign funds and influenced legislation for personal gain. State Representative David Ray is accused of taking $130,000 from Griffin while sponsoring bills that benefited the AG's office. Ray has worked as the AG's campaign manager both before and now during his term as representative from Maumelle. Griffin, Ray, and State Senator Ben Gilmore have all issued statements to us here at THV 11, with the Attorney General saying in part that these complaints are politically motivated and a, quote, total joke, while also adding his campaign goes to great lengths to follow ethics laws.
Catching you up on crime now, as state police are looking for 40-year-old Brandon Sisk after a chase on Interstate 40 Sunday morning. Troopers say he refused to stop near the 153-mile marker and ran into a wooded area after his vehicle was stopped. Officers have searched the area but haven't found him. Authorities are asking anyone with information to call law enforcement right away. And in Sharp County, Aaron McCall is now being held behind bars after an investigation from state and federal officials. He was taken into custody this morning around 7:30 and faces human trafficking and sexual assault charges involving a juvenile.
Well, the city of Fayetteville has declared a housing crisis. They did it in April of last year, saying there's not enough housing to keep up with population growth, especially affordable housing options. It's also reflected at the University of Arkansas, where enrollment continues to grow. And now students are looking to join the conversation. They're hosting a student-led discussion where they hope to bring together students, renters, and decision makers to talk about housing challenges on campus and then across Fayetteville. They say housing near the campus is overcrowded, unaffordable, and unreliable. The fast-growing city has tried a few different approaches in the past. We will see what ideas emerge tonight after that meeting, and we'll bring it to you later at 10. There's also been a housing crisis closer to home at the Willow Bend Apartments in Jacksonville, but now the remaining tenants there are receiving relocation assistance. It comes after months of distress and hearing in July they closed the complex. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development had originally committed to relocating the people living there by providing free moving assistance, but then delayed that promise last month, saying it would take around 120 days to issue the vouchers. However, in a meeting today, Mayor Jeff Elmore says those vouchers are now available.
Well, tonight, the Fort Smith Fire Department is raising funds to build a memorial honoring the brave men and women who gave their lives in service. The Fallen Firefighter Memorial will be located at Station 1 and serve as a place of reflection for the community. At its center, a life-size bronze statue surrounded by engraved pavers forming a Maltese cross. Donations and personalized paver purchases will help fund the project. Battalion Chief Evan Mallard says it's all about cementing the legacy of fallen firefighters.
One thing it's going to do is our goal of never letting those who died in line of duty be forgotten. That's something that's important because they were before us. They got us to where we are now, and we need to cement their names and a legacy so that we can remember them.
The department says all donations go directly to the Fort Smith Firefighters Foundation, a nonprofit making them tax deductible and fully dedicated to completing the memorial.
Weather impact alert for Tuesday afternoon, beginning at 1 o'clock, lasting through Wednesday morning. Storms may begin a little later and end a little sooner, but the timing is going to take us through the overnight hours Tuesday night into early Wednesday. I will walk you through the timing of those storms and how and when they will impact you.
And with the fall now here, it's time to start thinking about Halloween. But are your decorations actually harmful to wildlife?
Usually fall is exciting around, especially for football fans, but after this weekend, not so much. We'll show you how some of the reactions came across at the Little Rock Touchdown Club right after the break.